Imagine feeling steady on your feet, sharp in your mind and light in your body, without the sugar crashes or carb overload that quietly steal independence after 60. Many seniors think fatigue, memory lapses, or joint stiffness are just normal aging. But the truth, much of it comes from outdated fuel. Today I'll reveal the 10 doctor-approved foods with virtually no carbs or sugar that research shows may keep your body rust-free, your brain alert, and your energy steady. After 60, your body doesn't process food the way it used to. Insulin sensitivity drops, inflammation rises, and even a small bowl of pasta can send blood sugar soaring. That's why seniors in recent studies thrived on nutrient-dense foods that stabilize energy without sugar. We're not talking about fad diets. We're talking about research from Harvard, Tufts, and McMaster that shows specific no-carb foods can protect muscles, memory, and mobility. Of course, always consult your doctor, but let's explore how these foods may become your strongest allies. 1. Fatty fish, salmon, mackerel, sardines. After 60, inflammation acts like rust quietly spreading through the body. Stiff joints, cloudy thoughts, even fatigue that lingers all day. This rust is driven by rising stress hormones and inflammatory markers. But fatty fish, like salmon, mackerel, or sardines, carry omega-3 oils that work like an anti-rust coating. They calm the body's overactive smoke alarm, lowering inflammation and protecting cells. A 2023 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition followed over 2,500 seniors and found that higher omega-3 blood levels were linked to slower biological aging. In fact, each 1% increase in omega-3s made participants nearly 2.5 months younger on a cellular level. That's not hype. It's measurable change inside the body. Practically, the sweet spot is a 4 to 6 ounce serving, 2 to 3 times a week. Choose wild-caught fish when possible, and pair it with a vitamin D supplement to maximize absorption. If you're on blood thinners, always consult your doctor first, because omega-3s can enhance their effects. And here's a senior-specific tip. Absorption of omega-3s declines by about 15% after age 65, so combine fish with healthy fats like olive oil for better uptake. Robert, a 68-year-old retired firefighter, told me he used to grab crackers and cheese for lunch. After replacing those with salmon filets twice a week, his doctor noticed his blood pressure dropped within 2 months. More importantly, Robert noticed something his doctor couldn't measure. He had the energy to play longer with his grandkids without feeling drained. But what Robert didn't realize yet was how this simple switch was also protecting his brain. In just a moment, I'll share how another everyday food nourishes the very memory centers most seniors fear losing. 2. Eggs pastured whole. For many seniors, forgetting names or losing track of conversations feels like an inevitable part of aging. But what if part of that fog isn't just age? It's a lack of the very nutrient your brain craves. Whole eggs, especially from pastured hens, are packed with choline, a compound the brain uses to build acetylcholine, your memory's messenger. Think of choline like oil for an old typewriter. Without it, the keys stick and words won't come out smoothly. With it, the flow of thought feels effortless again. Research from Harvard University in 2022 found that older adults who ate 1 to 2 eggs daily actually improved their HDL cholesterol, the good kind, while supporting cognitive markers linked to memory. This runs counter to the old belief that eggs raise dangerous cholesterol. In fact, dietary cholesterol from eggs has little effect on blood cholesterol in most seniors. Here's how to apply this. Enjoy 1 to 2 whole eggs each morning, soft cooked or gently scrambled. Morning timing matters. The body's protein synthesis machinery is most responsive earlier in the day. Plus, starting the day with protein steadies blood sugar, so you avoid the mid-morning crash that carbs can trigger. Take Margaret, age 72. She used to skip breakfast or rely on toast and jam. Within an hour, she felt drained and foggy. At her daughter's urging, she began eating 2 soft-boiled eggs each morning. Within weeks, Margaret told me she felt sharper during her book club and less exhausted on errands. Her doctor later confirmed her cholesterol profile had actually improved. But here's where it gets interesting. Eggs don't just feed the brain, they also protect your muscles from the silent erosion of aging. And in the next segment, we'll uncover how leafy greens keep your very blood vessels young and flexible. 3. Leafy greens, spinach, kale, Swiss chard. After 60, your blood vessels start to stiffen, like garden hoses left out in the sun too long. That stiffness reduces blood flow to your brain and muscles, leading to slower thinking, weaker legs, and even higher blood pressure. Leafy greens, spinach, kale, Swiss chard, they're nature's repair crew. They're rich in nitrates that your body converts into nitric oxide, a molecule that relaxes and widens blood vessels, keeping them supple and open. It's like restoring those old garden hoses so water flows freely again. The Tufts Vegetable Cognition Study, 2021, tracked nearly 1,000 seniors and found that those who ate more leafy greens scored 11% higher on memory and cognitive performance tests. Even more powerful, their brains looked biologically younger, simply from eating more greens each day. Here's how to use this in your own routine. Aim for 2 to 3 cups of leafy greens daily, lightly steamed to reduce oxalates and make them gentler to digest. Always pair them with a drizzle of healthy fat, like olive oil, because vitamin K, essential for bone and vessel health, is fat-soluble. Without the fat, much of that nutrition goes to waste. If you're on warfarin or other blood thinners, consult your doctor before big changes, as vitamin K can influence dosage. Linda, age 70, shared with me that she once avoided greens, thinking they were too hard to digest. After steaming spinach and adding it to her lunch with olive oil, she noticed not only smoother digestion, but also a steadier afternoon energy. She even said she no longer needed her second cup of coffee. But that's only half the story. Because when greens partner with other non-starchy vegetables, like broccoli and cauliflower, their benefits extend beyond blood flow, straight into the tiny power plants of your cells. And what happens there may surprise you. 4. Non-starchy vegetables, broccoli, cauliflower, asparagus. Inside every one of your cells lives a tiny power plant, the mitochondria. After 60, these power plants slow down, leaving you with less energy and more fatigue. Non-starchy vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower, and asparagus carry unique compounds, especially sulforaphane, that act like a maintenance crew, sweeping away oxidative stress so your mitochondria can hum again. Think of them as mechanics cleaning the soot from an old furnace, allowing it to burn clean and strong. The Buck Institute Ketogenic Research, 2024, showed that seniors eating more cruciferous vegetables and following a low-carb pattern had improved mitochondrial function and reduced oxidative stress. In animal models, it even increased the number of healthy mitochondria. For humans, that means more steady energy and less brain fog. Here's a practical approach. Enjoy 1 to 2 cups daily of broccoli, cauliflower, or asparagus. Steam them lightly to preserve sulforaphane, the compound that activates your body's natural detox pathways. Midday is an ideal time to eat them when your digestion is strongest, and pairing them with healthy fats like olive oil boosts absorption. George, a 65-year-old grandfather, told me he used to feel bloated and sluggish after his usual sandwiches. When he replaced his lunch side with steamed broccoli and cauliflower, he noticed his afternoon crashes nearly disappeared. His granddaughter even laughed, saying, "Grandpa doesn't nap through cartoons anymore." But here's the catch. Even the best vegetables can't unlock their full power without the right partner. That partner? a creamy, nutrient-packed food that multiplies absorption by up to 5 times. And chances are, you already love it on toast or in salads. 5. Avocados. Imagine taking a powerful vitamin pill, and your body only absorbs a fraction of it. That's what happens when many seniors eat nutrient-rich foods without enough healthy fats. After 60, absorption naturally declines. Avocados step in as nature's booster. Their creamy flesh contains monounsaturated fats that can increase absorption of fat-soluble vitamins, A, D, E, and K, by as much as 300 to 500%. It's like pouring oil into a squeaky hinge. The nutrients finally slip smoothly into place. A 2020 study published in Nutrition and Metabolism looked at seniors following a low-carb, high-healthy fat diet. Within 8 weeks, they saw significant improvements in insulin resistance and nearly 10% total fat loss, compared to just 2% in the control group. Those who added avocado daily had steadier energy and healthier cholesterol profiles. Here's a simple way to bring this into your day. Enjoy half to 1 whole avocado daily. Eat it fresh and ripe, ideally alongside meals. When paired with vegetables or lean protein, avocado slows digestion, keeping blood sugar steady and energy more sustained. Many seniors find it helpful at lunchtime because it reduces the post-meal slump. Sarah, age 69, used to spread margarine on her morning toast. When her daughter suggested swapping that habit for half an avocado, Sarah was skeptical, but within weeks she noticed her skin looked healthier, and she had the stamina to finish her afternoon walks without sitting down to rest. "It felt like my body finally got the fuel it was waiting for," she said. But what Sarah didn't know is that avocado's benefits go beyond steady energy. The fats inside also partner with another oil, one that Mediterranean cultures have trusted for centuries, to protect the brain and even lower risk markers for Alzheimer's, and that food is coming next. 6. Extra virgin olive oil. Sometimes the foods that look the simplest carry the deepest power. Extra virgin olive oil is one of them. After 60, inflammation in the brain and blood vessels quietly accelerates aging. Think of it like tiny sparks from a frayed wire, harmless at first, but over time, enough sparks can cause real damage. Olive oil contains a compound called oleocanthal, which acts like a fire extinguisher for those sparks, lowering inflammation and protecting brain tissue. The Harvard Mediterranean Study, 2022, showed that adults over 65 who adopted a no-sugar, Mediterranean-style diet rich in olive oil reduced inflammatory markers like C-reactive protein by 35% and IL-6 by 20%. Even more impressive, participants also showed improved cognition and reduced frailty scores within a year. So, how can you use it? 2 to 3 tablespoons a day is the sweet spot. Choose cold-pressed, extra virgin olive oil stored away from heat and light. Use it as a finishing oil on vegetables, salads, or soups. But avoid high-heat cooking. That destroys its protective compounds. Seniors often see the best results when pairing olive oil with leafy greens because it helps unlock the vitamin K tucked inside those vegetables. Daniel, 73, had always used store-bought dressings loaded with sugar. When his daughter encouraged him to switch to a simple drizzle of olive oil and lemon, he hesitated, worried it would taste bland. But within weeks, Daniel said not only did his salads taste fresher, he also felt more alert in the afternoons. His memory lapses became less frequent, and his doctor noted improvements in blood pressure. And here's where the story deepens. Olive oil doesn't just calm inflammation. When combined with the crunch of nuts and seeds, it supports restful sleep and steadier nerves, 2 things many seniors struggle to reclaim. 7. Nuts and seeds, almonds, walnuts, chia. After 60, sleep often feels fragile. Many seniors tell me, "I can fall asleep, but I can't stay asleep." This isn't just habit, it's biology. As we age, levels of GABA, the calming neurotransmitter, decline. Magnesium, found richly in nuts and seeds, helps restore GABA's function. Think of it like replacing the batteries in a worn-out bedside clock. Suddenly, the rhythm is steady again. The Sleep Foundation research, 2023, found that omega-3s and magnesium together improve sleep efficiency by 28% in older adults over a 16-week period. Walnuts and chia seeds provide both. That's why these small foods act like nature's sleep vitamins. Here's how to add them. 1 ounce a day, that's a small handful, of raw or lightly toasted nuts, or a spoonful of chia seeds soaked overnight. Soaking nuts isn't just an old trick. It improves mineral absorption by about 25%, making magnesium and zinc more bioavailable for the aging body. Seniors often find it easiest to snack on them mid-morning, or sprinkle seeds onto yogurt or salads. Maria, age 71, used to wake up 3 or 4 times each night. She began soaking walnuts overnight and eating them with her breakfast. Within weeks, she reported fewer wake-ups, steadier energy during the day, and less reliance on her afternoon coffee. Her daughter noticed she was less irritable and more engaged during family visits. But here's the part most people miss. While nuts and seeds restore your inner calm, they also prepare your body for something even more vital, preserving muscle. Because without enough daily protein, the body begins to quietly steal strength from the very legs and arms you depend on. And that's where the next food comes in. 8. Lean poultry, chicken, turkey, organic, skinless. One of the most overlooked changes after 60 is something scientists call anabolic resistance. In plain terms, it means your muscles no longer respond to small amounts of protein the way they used to. The body needs more to trigger repair. Without enough, muscle quietly erodes, leaving legs weaker, balance unsteady, and independence at risk. Lean poultry, chicken and turkey, provide the complete amino acid profile your muscles require without carbs or sugar. Think of protein like the bricks of a house. If you stop adding bricks, the walls crumble. A 2021 McMaster University meta-analysis of over 2,800 seniors showed that the standard protein guideline of 0.8 grams per kilogram of body weight was insufficient. Seniors needed 1.2 to 1.6 grams per kilogram daily to preserve muscle mass and strength. That's nearly double what many older adults currently eat. Here's the protocol. Aim for 4 to 6 ounces of lean poultry daily, spread across meals. Distributing protein evenly helps the body use it more efficiently. About 25 to 30 grams per meal is ideal. Slow-cooked or baked poultry makes it easier to chew and digest, an important factor for older adults. John, a 67-year-old retired carpenter, came to me frustrated that standing up from a chair felt harder each month. By gradually increasing his protein, adding a serving of chicken at lunch and turkey at dinner, he noticed within 3 months that climbing stairs no longer left him winded. More importantly, he said, "I feel like I got my legs back." But here's a hidden insight. Even with the best protein, not all fish is created equal. Some varieties carry silent risks, like mercury, that can harm brain health if eaten too often. Yet there are safe, nourishing options that deliver pure protein without the worry. Let's talk about them next. 9. Low mercury white fish, cod, halibut. Many seniors are told to eat more fish. But here's the hidden truth. Not all fish are created equal. Some, like tuna or swordfish, can quietly load the body with mercury, a toxin linked to memory decline and nervous system stress. Low mercury white fish, like cod and halibut, give you the clean protein and healthy fats your body craves without the baggage. Imagine a clean burning fuel compared to smoky coal. One leaves your system running smoothly, the other clogs it up over time. The 2020 Nutrition and Metabolism study on seniors following a low-carb, higher-protein diet showed significant improvements in cholesterol and blood sugar within 8 weeks. Participants who included lean white fish benefited most from steady energy and lower triglycerides. These fish are particularly valuable because they offer protein for muscle repair while being gentle on digestion. Here's how to put this into practice. Enjoy a 4 to 6 ounce serving 2 to 3 times per week. Choose fresh or frozen fillets, gently baked or steamed, to preserve nutrients. Lunch or dinner works best. Seniors often find lighter fish meals easier to digest in the evening compared to heavier red meats. Ellen, age 74, loved fried fish Fridays at her church group, but always left feeling sluggish and bloated. With some encouragement, she swapped fried options for baked cod with herbs. Within weeks, Ellen said she felt lighter, slept better, and even noticed her thinking felt clearer, like a fog lifting. Her friends teased that she seemed 10 years younger. But here's where the surprise comes in. While fish keeps your muscles and memory strong, there's a creamy aged food that quietly strengthens bones and joints, something many seniors overlook until it's too late, and that's exactly where we're headed next. 10. High-quality aged cheese. For many seniors, bones feel like the weak link. Aching knees, stiff hips, or fear of a sudden fracture. After 60, bone mineral density quietly declines, and calcium alone isn't enough to stop it. The missing piece is vitamin K2, a nutrient found in high-quality aged cheeses. K2 acts like a traffic cop, directing calcium into bones and away from arteries. Without it, calcium often ends up where it shouldn't, making vessels stiffer instead of bones stronger. The Rotterdam study, 2022, followed older adults for 24 weeks and found that diets rich in K2 boosted bone mineral density by 8% and improved calcium utilization by 35%. That's not just stronger bones. That's a foundation for mobility and independence. Here's how to use it wisely. Aim for 1 to 2 ounces daily of aged varieties like Gouda, Parmesan, or Cheddar. Aged cheese contains less lactose, making it easier for many seniors to digest. Enjoy it with meals to slow blood sugar absorption and pair with vegetables for a balanced plate. If you're managing blood pressure or cholesterol, check with your doctor before increasing intake, since cheese can add sodium. Harold, age 70, told me he gave up cheese years ago, believing it was harmful. But when his doctor suggested trying small amounts of aged varieties, he cautiously reintroduced it. Within months, Harold said his knees felt steadier on walks, and he no longer feared climbing the stairs. His doctor later confirmed improved bone markers. And here's the legacy whisper. Cheese isn't just comfort food. It's a way of keeping the frame of your body strong enough to hold you through the next decades. Because staying upright and independent is more than health. It's freedom. As we've seen, the foods you choose after 60 aren't just about filling a plate. They're about shaping the next chapter of your life. Fatty fish, eggs, greens, avocados, olive oil, nuts, poultry, white fish, and aged cheese. Each one is like a brick in the foundation of independence. Together, they fuel clear thinking, steady energy, and strong bones. Maybe you've felt the frustration of slowing down, or the quiet worry of being a burden on family. But here's the truth. Your body isn't broken. It's simply asking for different fuel than it did at 40. Every bite is a message to your cells that says, I'm still here, and I'm still strong. So, take a moment. Imagine what it would feel like to walk up the stairs without hesitation, to play with your grandchildren without fatigue, to wake up feeling present instead of foggy. These foods aren't just doctor approved, they're life approved. Which of these foods do you already enjoy, and which one will you try first? Share in the comments. Your idea may inspire another senior, and if today gave you hope, you'll want to watch our next video on 3 morning drinks that heal joints after 60. Join our healthy aging community Hit subscribe so you never miss the science, the stories, and the small steps that make the biggest difference. And remember, your healthcare provider knows your personal story best. So use this research as a conversation starter. But as you close your eyes tonight, whisper to yourself, my story isn't slowing down. It's just turning a new page.